All right, so I'm going to walk you through the self-affirming icebreaker, and it is going to be on our, let me get there really quick. All right, here we go. Okay, so really quick, I want to walk you through the self-affirming icebreaker because we are going to be covering values. The one thing I want you to take a look at is making sure you read Sherry Dietler's Values. It's only about 4 pages long. And also take a look at the grading criteria below. So that way you have an idea of what the assignment is about, and so that you can make sure you earn all the credit for the assignment. All right, so if you're on a computer, please make sure that you use the Chrome web browser to complete this assignment. If you're on your phone, you will need to, 1, download the Flip app. Do not create a Flip account or sign in. And then open the Canvas student app and connect to your course by entering View College into the school field and then navigate this assignment. All right, number 1, I want you to reflect. Once you've read Sherry Dietler's, right here, Sherry Dietler's Values, I want you to take a look at the list below here. And you're going to have 2 to 3 values that are most important to you. So this is a screen picture of the actual reading. And then I made a list and I kind of tried to clump them as best I could so the list didn't go all the way down to the floor. Next, I want you to write. Now the writing is not going to be something that you will be turning in, but I still need you to write. And the reason why I want you to write is because I want you to use your writing for reflection, okay? So choose your top 3 values, okay? And then I want you to write about them and reflect how they are used in your life. What actions do you do, right here? What actions do you do or take to ensure that these values are something that you actually do within your daily life? And then lastly, are any of these values inspired by a personal event? If they are, can you please tell us the story behind these values, all right? Or if the values are not connected to an event, but instead an object, what is the object? And why does this object create this value? Again, we will not be turning this in, so I want you to write openly and freely and just really use this time as meditation, right? We're going to meditate in this work because what you're going to do next is you're going to share your story or your object that has to do with your values, okay? All right, so when you share your story, what I want you to do is you're going to be using what we call a flip, all right? And this is something that if you haven't used before, don't panic. It's not that it's hard. It's definitely not hard, but it might take some finagling. So don't panic if you go to use it and then go, I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. All right. So take and follow these instructions. We have little icons and everything here to really help show you what you're going to be looking for. A lot of you have been using like TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. So recording probably is not that hard for you. Some of you might be like, please don't make me. So for this, what I would like you to do is record either a video of yourself or an audio. But if you have an object, you're probably going to want to choose the video. If you have a story, you can go ahead and use audio, though I'd love to see your beautiful faces. But please do what is most comfortable for you. Next, you are going to listen to your peers. You're going to listen to a couple of your peers, at least 2. And then I want you to respond to those that you find something in common with. Again, you can leave a video reply or a voice reply, whichever works best for you. You can, at the bottom of the right of the video player, go ahead and click the little comments icon. And at the bottom of the comment list, choose the type of comment you want to add. Again, you can do a written one, or you can do a video. Either one, I personally, as a student, would love to have a video, but you got to do what you got to do for you. Just think of what your peers might, maybe might want to. All right. Give me 1 second. I just have to refresh this. When you scroll down to the bottom of this assignment, click where it says load self-affirming icebreaker. All right. And once you click that, it's going to bring you to this page. And let me share with you my little video here.
All right, so As you see, the beginning of this class, majority of what we're going to be talking about is getting to know ourselves as composers. And the first thing to really understand is, what do we value, and why do we value what we value? What matters to us, right? So first and foremost, I want you to read Sherry Dietzler's Values, like really quick article. That's only just a handful of pages, okay? Super easy. And the thing I'm wanting you to really understand is, where are these values coming from when we talk about ideal values and real values? What does that mean to you? And then I give you a big old list, tons and tons of values, and you only need to pick maybe two or three. Up to you if you want to do two or three. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to ding you if you only choose two. And really look at them. And the thing that I really want you to focus on is one, what are the values and why? Like, why are you choosing these particular values? Okay. And we're going to kind of break it down a little bit later in the semester. But once you kind of decide on these top three, I want you to think about a story, an experience that you've had that really emphasizes why this value is so important to you. If for some reason you don't have a story, you can also share with us an object. Okay, so now that you have a rough idea of what I'm looking for in that regard, we're going to be using Flip. And with Flip, what I would really love you to do, you can choose to either use a video or audio, whatever you are comfortable with. And I would love you to share that story with us. Where does that value come from? What was an experience that you had? Maybe you value honesty because, I don't know, someone cheated on you, and for you, you're like, I need honesty or loyalty or safety and security. You tell me whatever word works for you, and what was the experience that created this need for this value. Or maybe there's an object. I have my mother's ashes from when she passed, and I hold onto her urn, and so I value that. And my value is family and connectedness and community, right? Like I could go on and on. But for me, that is what I value, right? I hold on to that. So anyway, you're going to post a video. I have all the instructions on there. Super easy. Go through that. But I just wanted to show my face and say hi, let you know I'm here. Please message me if you have questions. But all the instructions are on there. And if you need help, I have links to all that stuff too. So anyway, go ahead, enjoy yourselves. Don't be nervous. We're all having to do it. All right, message me if you have questions.
All right, so next I'm going to show you what an actual response will look like. Again, hit the record button. If you need, they have all kinds of stuff on my other page to show you how to walk through it. So here's an example.
All right. So if it's the first time ever using Flip, don't panic. You can re-record. You could be imperfect. I was having to do this like 2 or 3 times because my volume didn't work. So anyway, be patient. You got this. All right. First and foremost, I will tell you my values. I had three of them. I had humor. I had creativity. I had safety. I know those all don't seem very cohesive, but let me explain why. So my story, I don't have an object, but I have a story. And so recently I was going through something, I was really upset, and I'm talking to my husband, and he was so nice, and he was like listening and compassionate. I felt like I was a little baby. He was cradling me, and I'm like, I'm shocked. I don't know why I didn't recognize before that I never felt safety in relationships before, right? Like that was something that kind of stuck out with me, in the sense of I could talk freely, I could talk in an emotional way, and I wasn't judged, and I really appreciated that. So it really made me think, and I'm sure there's plenty of times that this has happened and I hadn't registered it until now, but I'm like, oh, safety is a very important value to me. So anyway, that is my story of how I feel about the value of safety. Obviously, humor you can see because I do it as much as I can. You might not find me funny, but I think I'm funny, and that's enough for me. And then creativity. You see that I kind of push a lot for creativity in this class. So anyway, those are my values. That is who I am. Go ahead and post audio. If you don't want to do video, that's fine. I highly suggest pushing yourself. Be creative. Why not? I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to support. Right. So please share your stories with us. I'm totally here for that. Again, you can do audio. If you have an object, you probably might want to have to do video so we can see what it is. Story, you can do audio if you want. Don't forget to respond to your peers. I would love to see if you could do some video recordings for your peers, but you can also do the comment box if you want. So anyway, I'm giving you some options. Please interact with each other. Have a lovely time. Pick 2 of your peers where you feel like you have something in common with and explain it. So anyway, you have 3 minutes. Good luck timing yourself. I'm running out of time. All right.
All right, so there's some examples. So go ahead and take your time, enjoy this project, and have fun.